All right, let's talk about the future. A future that might be way closer than you think, where the whole idea of being a fan gets turned completely on its head, and your followers, well, they become more like shareholders. I want you to think about this for a second. Just picture all the stuff you do online. Every single like you've ever given, every comment you've left, every time you've shared something from a creator you absolutely love. What if all that energy, all that support, actually came back to you in cold, hard cash? I know, it sounds a little out there, right? But that is the core promise of this new Web3 creator economy. And this right here is the big idea. It's this massive shift from just passively watching to actively participating. You're not just a number in a follower count anymore. You have a real stake in their success. Let's break down exactly how this works. So, the magic key that unlocks this entire concept is something called a community token. Let's really dig into what that actually is. The best way to get your head around this is that analogy right there on the screen. Think of them as shares in a creator's personal brand. That's perfect. They're these digital assets. You might hear them called social tokens that literally tie you to a creator's journey. And the logic behind it is just beautifully simple. If you back a creator early on and they blow up, their popularity skyrockets, their brand becomes more valuable, then the token you're holding becomes more valuable too. It's a direct reward for your belief in them. And this really shows you why it's such a game changer for everyone involved. For creators, you finally get to reward your biggest supporters, your true fans. And for the fans, well, you get actual tangible perks. We're talking exclusive content, early access to drops, and, a real piece of the financial upside. You're not just watching from the sidelines, you're on the team. Now, let's zoom out for a second because this is about so much more than just one creator and their fans. This is about flipping the entire power dynamic of the internet as we know it. Think about how it works right now. In the world of Web 2, creators make awesome stuff, they get the likes, but who gets the lion's share of the profit? The big platforms. Web 3 flips that script completely. Your engagement literally becomes equity. The community itself becomes the economy. And hey, this isn't some far-off theory. It is happening right now. You've got pioneers like Friends with Benefits, which is basically an exclusive social club you can only get into if you own their token. You have artists like RAC and even Lil Nas X experimenting with their own fan tokens. The proof is already out there. And what's really going to blow this thing wide open is that it's getting easier and easier to do. You're not going to need to be some blockchain genius. New platforms are popping up that will let literally anyone launch their own community token with just a few clicks. Okay, but let's be real for a minute. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. To really understand this, we have to talk about the risks and the challenges because they are definitely there. First off, there's a huge risk from pure speculation. Prices can go to the moon, but they can also crash back to Earth. Then you've got this big regulatory question mark. Are these things securities? Governments are still trying to figure that out. And maybe the biggest question of all, how do you make these things last? How do you create real value after the initial hype dies down? And the answer, the thing that separates the real projects from the hype jobs, it all comes down to one crucial word: utility. The token has to do something. So what does that actually look like? Well, we're talking about unlocking real perks, getting you into a private Discord chat, giving you first dibs on a new NFT drop, maybe even letting you vote on what the creator does next. The projects that are going to win are the ones that perfectly blend that financial value with a real, genuine emotional connection. So, when you put all these pieces together, you start to see it. Community tokens aren't just another crypto fad. This could be a genuine social revolution in the making. The old internet, the one we've all been using for the last 20 years, it was built around one simple metric: followers. But this new internet, the one that's being built right now, it's promising something so much more powerful. It's going to give you co-owners. And that, right there, is the whole point. We are talking about an ecosystem where creators and their communities are building real, tangible wealth together. We are moving way beyond an economy that's just about sharing likes. So I'll just leave you with this one thought. The next time you find some amazing new artist or writer and you're about to hit that follow button, just pause for a second and ask yourself, what if this one little click can make me a stakeholder? Because the ultimate promise here, the big dream, is that the next Instagram, the next TikTok, it won't just be a place that pays its creators. It'll be a place that pays everyone who helps build it.
Want visibility for your Web3 project? Subscribe and check web3newswire.com.